Remember those Girls Gone Wild tapes and all that shit? He said
Yeah.
he had vouchers and had girls signing waivers and all that shit. I'm sure that shit wasn't on the up and up, man. He need to just go on ahead and take that knot he got and just go on and roll with the punches down in Mexico or whatever, because they know who you are.
You see that eye?
It's
Yeah,
black. Like, that's a real black eye.
they died at your shit.
Like that
They
He's
died
been
at your shit.
We just
He's
said
being extorted. Just imagine what his asshole looked like.
Ouch.
if his asshole look like that,
Ouch.
if his asshole look like that eye, he dotted his ass. Pause.
Did y'all read the article talk about he think it was an inside job, think it was his driver? No shit, motherfucker. They know who you are.
Hey, what'd you say he did to his eye?
Oh, they dotted that eye.
Look at that motherfucker. God.
Oh yeah.
He look like that motherfucker look like a minion.
Yeah.
Shit, was he getting punched by a one-armed man?
Look at my eye. They fucked me up.
Yeah, they got his ass like, get your ass out of Mexico, homie.
Damn. This cat's orbital gotta be broken, man.
In his complex. I guess they live on a golfing range or some shit.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, man, he tried to go for help and the motherfuckers look like shit, motherfucker. You gotta pay.
Ain't no help.
You gotta pay.
Ain't no help.
Hey, his eye was the golf ball.
Yeah, they got his
For real.
ass good. But think about it, man. If they wanted you gone, you'd be gone. So chill the fuck out and just go on ahead and do what you do.
Yeah.
Take
Like,
that L.
What would make you the fuck move over there, bro? I mean,
There's freedom. Freedom. You'll be surprised on how much more freedom you have leaving America.
I get that.
Mexico offers that. And a lot of people will talk about the corruption in Mexico, but the corruption in the United States is way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, we ain't finding no U.S. politicians with their head cut off, Cuddy. We might be finding them in a room with some boys and some drugs.
We'll find them missing. Well,
but
how about we just won't find them?
All of them are this close from deserving that, though. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Like between what they allow Monsanto to do, what they've done to our water, what they've done to our food, what they've done to our educational system, what they've done to our healthcare. Most of them deserve a head on the fucking hood of their car.
This is my thing, man. And I was down in Texas with the Mexicans. The motherfuckers told me about them cartels, about them Caucasian dudes going over there. It's automatically assumed that they got bread. Well, this motherfucker got bread. Yeah. So that was my question. That's why I said, why in the fuck would you go there? Like, now you gotta pay the $5, brother. You ain't listen. You ain't check in. You ain't check in, man. You better check. You better listen. Check in. When you see a motherfucker, you in that country, and this motherfucker got 27 tattoos on his face, you better check in, man. You didn't check in. They don't give a fuck about your videotapes. You got to break these cats off, man. And he probably
Even if you don't have
people are so privileged in America and they think that they privileged everywhere else, you know what I'm saying? So he probably went over like, they're not gonna touch me. I'm the shit in my, you know what I mean? So
even if you don't smoke or do any hard dope, you still got to check in with the plug. You got
to check in, man.
Get a couple pounds off of them. Like, oh, this is just for my guests. I don't personally do the shit, but yeah, I'm gonna need a quarter pound. Let me get that. Yeah, and I'm gonna be on a monthly retainer. Okay, we good. We good. I'm gonna pay my taxes.
Right.
Good. That's it.
Right. You better pay them motherfuckers for they get you. It's about to get the nacho bin.
You want somebody over there on your team. So you might just want to go ahead and pay for it. Like you said, man, you better check in.
The cartels on every aspect of
every
aspect of Mexico, whether it's a nickel bag in the park to who owns the resort you're living in.
Yes.
The federal police, the local police, everything that happens in Mexico is touched by the cartel.
Yep.
They are the GDP.
So they like what the government over there, motherfucker. They regulate shit.
Hey, he just said it. He just said it. They the GDP, man. You got it. You gotta pay the fine, man. Don't nobody give a fuck who you is or who you was.
You could get touched, apparently.
Yeah, and so
Everybody could get touched.
Mm-hmm.
and so, everybody. This is the founder of uh Girls Gone Wild, man. Joe Francis, man.
Yeah.
He didn't want to pay the plug, and they plugged him in the eye.
Remember how the late nights coming in from the club, and we see those little videos pop up late night or whatever. Selling those DVDs and all those girls, the Girls Gone Wild fucking tour bus. This dude was doing tours.
I remember that.
Yep.
I was like, what the fuck? Girls, just all these college campuses, girls running up on the bus, pulling up their shirt, doing whatever. Signing. He made sure he had somebody that was sober. Like, hey man, I have all these broads signed saying that they're 18 and they give consent. Come on, man. You got to believe most of them wasn't, because you know how many girls sneak into the club.
Yeah,
especially on the college campus.
I think that's why in Mexico now, because didn't they find out that a lot of them girls was underage?
Yeah, because the videos are out there. Mind you, back then it was a hard copy. Now that shit's online.
Yep.
And a lot of chicks is like, hold on, man, I got a family now. I don't want my husband seeing me on that bus.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Nah, bitch. You taking responsibility for this.
That's your birthmark right there. That's you.
Right.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, did anybody watch the Freaknik documentary?
Yes.
I have not.
Yeah.
I started it. How was it?
It wasn't like everybody thought it was going to be this big monster. It was pretty tame.
I'm telling you what happened, man. And that's what I figured, because when I was watching it, they started with the early beginnings of it. You know what I mean? When it was just a few people and it was a picnic.
That's all it was. Yeah.
That's all it started. But as I'm watching it, I said, oh, man, yeah, the outcry made them cut some shit back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all women outed yourselves for no reason.
Yep. It was pretty lame. Now they did it from like how it originally started to how it is now. Bruh, it's night and day. They got like 21 Savage is holding his own Freaknik. Yeah, the newer version of it. But it's nothing like how it was back in the day when it was one of those you had to be there. You couldn't pull up shit on the phone. Motherfuckers was giving you like oral tradition, like telling you the story. Like, dude, we went on this block, we got stuck on the freeway, didn't nobody move, we just jumped out the vehicle and we just partied right there on the freeway, just giving you stories.
Well, what's homie's name that was on here?
Cat Daddy.
Cat Daddy, man. That cat was giving up the game on that episode, man.
He was one of those who went down there and ended up coming back and was like, dog, I'm moving.
Yep.
I'm moving. I'm never coming back. And that's how it was.
Never coming back.
Yeah. He was one of those. But yeah, man, he's been down there ever since, man. The mid 90s, early 90s, mid 90s. Yeah. We came back home, came up to the crib and was like, bro, I'm selling everything. I'm going back down there. You don't understand. It's like he even went to the promised land. And yeah.
I know a dude like that with Germany.
Nice.
He said, man, look.
They said it's like that. They said it's like that over in Germany. For real. They said like that.
They said if you a brother,
yes,
and the darker you are, the more play you're going. Cats is like, I ain't never
so many cats. Yeah, so many cats over there. And, I met and Russia on the low too. Yeah, a lot.
I met a dude say, man, he said I was in the military 7 years, man. He said I was in Germany for 17. He said I had to come back, man. He said, man, I was spoiled. It was unreal. I said, well, what the fuck you come back here for?
To that part.
He had to balance himself out, man. He was doing too much. Doing too much.
Hey.
That's all. And you messing up the bloodline. Yeah. You didn't sign to bounce.
Man, fuck that.
Joe Francis, bruh.
Yeah, man.
Sit your ass down somewhere, man.
Go get some ice for that.
He did. He sat his ass down somewhere.
I've been wanting to ask, like, on his leg, is that a bite mark?
No, it's like they whooped his ass real good.
That's all. They whooped his ass.
Because if you look at the other one in the back, it looked like he's bruised too. They just beat him up real good.
My thing is, why would you even want people to see you like this? Like, what do you think is somebody going to come from the States and help you in Mexico?
They can't help you.
Like, bro, what happened there? That's what happened there, bro. You on your own. Nobody coming to help you after all this Diddy shit going on. They don't give a fuck about you, Mister
Right.
Girls Gone Wild.
You can't come back, homie.
Yeah,
Get
that
that
part.
flight back home where you matter.
I remember he was on fucking MTV Cribs. He had this it's called a W phone in his crib. And they was like, what the fuck is a W phone? It stood for whatever you want 24/7. You just pick up the phone from food to whatever vehicle to whatever the fuck you want. I was like, that might be one of the dopest shits I ever heard of. It's like it's 24/7. Anybody, any of my guests or whatever, we got a W phone. It's like, God dang, that's kind of dope.
He had a home concierge.
Yeah.
A W.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I need a
Like
new
that
car ASAP.
I need the Rolls Royce out front in 10 minutes.
I need to go somewhere.
I need a ostrich egg fucking omelet.
Oh,
Let's
look,
go.
they fucked him up. So on his Instagram post, it says the hospital assessed my injuries, which consisted of an extremely bruised eye, a fractured rib, cuts and bruises that I sustained from the attack, as well as a small fracture on my face. Nothing life-threatening. No drugs or alcohol were in my system. I was a victim of medical kidnapping, medical fraud, and attempted murder by the Punta Mita Hospital, which is owned by Los Angeles doctor Sam Nad. Well, we ain't gonna put no names out
Yeah,
there.
don't put them out there.
No, it ain't that. I was drugged without my consent, and I woke up at the Punta Mita Hospital 2 weeks later, not being able to walk, not knowing what happened. They fucked him. I thought I was paralyzed because I had
fam.
I had no feelings from the neck down. I was lied to by the doctors at Punta Mita Hospital and told that I arrived at the hospital unconscious and they had saved my life. It was a total lie. What really happened is I had been medically kidnapped and they knew that I had insurance and they knew that I had money. So they stashed me in the back of the hospital and kept me in a medically induced coma, pumping general anesthesia, propofol, the same drug that killed Michael Jackson, fentanyl, and 12 other deadly medication into my bloodstream, keeping me unconscious for 24 hours a day for 10 days. I don't know, man. Some of that sounds a little suspect.
Still there?
That part was kicky. Yeah, that part.
He's still there.
Yeah, that shit don't. I don't know about this cat, man. He probably lying.
You got extorted, and
I hope you ain't
want to
trying
cry
to
about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You blaming that on the hospital when that was them cardinals and them. Me cardinal motherfucking went upside your head because you didn't want to pay the $5. You know, the homies.
Your driver wasn't getting tipped. You was treating him like shit. You kept making his ass work on them Sundays, and he was like, he called up the homies.
Yeah, he
was
called
like,
the
hey,
homies.
man, I got a lick. I got one.
About 15 motherfuckers with some real high ass socks came over. You know what I'm saying? Some big mustaches.
Not a flannel.
Beat your motherfucking ass.
That's it.
Oh man.
Welcome to Mexico.
Well, I don't feel bad for you guys.
Yeah, you still in Mexico.
You live to tell the tale.
Yeah, you still alive, brother. But
live to tell the tale.
I don't feel bad for you.
You gotta come back to whatever phone.
Your head is still attached to your neck. So
over there playing with them people. Yeah, you all right.
Hey, that's a big flex. You ain't even carved into.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
You good. They old schooled you. That's all.
Yeah, they ain't put you in a nacho bin. You good, baby. Thank God for that ass whooping.
Have that same hospital reconstruct your hymen and come on back to America.
Right.
Next. Go, man. Go. See, I ain't even asked you for your shit. I knew you was on some other time. I knew you was on some different time.
That boy butthole look like a scrunchie. Let's get
it. Oh my God. Yep. Thank you, new subs. Yeah.
Oh my God.